Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
Airline pilots have a wish list of safety rules they'd like to see enacted on planes, but one of them would come at a big price for travelers.
Changes appear to be coming to Michigan's controversial policy of taking COVID-positive patients into nursing homes with COVID-negative patients.
And tomorrow, some local Catholics will get a chance to attend Mass again at church, though it is going to look quite different. Glad you're with us tonight for Local 4 News at 6. We've got a lot to get to on a day of big headlines in the fight against coronavirus.
Michigan recording 773 new cases of COVID-19. 24 more people have lost their lives. That number is one of the lowest, though, we've seen in months. That's why Governor Whitmer is easing restrictions in two big parts of Michigan. It'll happen in zones 6 and 8, which comprise of the Upper Peninsula and a large part of northern Michigan, including Traverse City.
In those zones, as of Friday, bars and restaurants can operate, as well as retail and some offices. We've got the full list of what is changing available for you at clickondetroit.com. But the governor says this is a start. We all have to remain cautious.
And so I want to encourage everyone to stay smart and to stay safe. Keep your wits about you. Let's not all go rushing out and force a closure eventually. What we want to do is keep moving forward. And so everyone needs to be a part of this and to do your part. So if you're in northern Michigan or the Upper Peninsula and you want to go out to eat with your family, just make sure you do everything in your power to protect yourself from the virus. That means wearing the mask unless you are about to take part in your meal. It means washing your hands and staying 6 feet away from others.
And it's day one of the new normal for thousands of Metro Detroit auto workers. The big three are back to work after nearly 2 months off. The automakers have redesigned how workers will enter plants and will monitor the temperatures of those coming in.
Some startling statistics tonight about the virus in Michigan and where we're seeing most of the cases. Local 4 News has learned Metro Detroit nursing homes account for about half of all deaths. Our business editor, Rob Maloney's been working on this story and the tragic numbers that we find in it. And he's got more with us now live. Rod.
Yeah, Devin, now, if you ask the state health department, they will not be able to tell you how many deaths there have been in nursing homes across the state. Right now, their number is 716, but they admit that's an inaccurate number. They're trying to get at a good number. So we decided, okay, let's check with some health departments here in the southeast Michigan area and see what the numbers come out to. The numbers are eye-popping. Local 4 contacted the Detroit, Wayne, Oakland, and Macomb County health departments to try and get a handle on southeast Michigan nursing home deaths. Here's what we found. Detroit alone had more than 10,000 positive cases and 1,263 nursing home COVID deaths. Macomb County, 277 nursing home deaths. Oakland, 459. Wayne, 421. These 2,420 deaths account for just under 50% of all Michigan virus deaths. One not counted in those numbers is 68-year-old Tony Hinojosa of Chesaning. He had Parkinson's disease, lived in a Chesaning nursing home. He tested positive 2 weeks ago and died last Thursday. His daughter Jamie tells of a heartbreaking iPad phone chat she had with him just days before he died.
He just was yelling, and my dad wasn't really a yeller. And he was like, I'm done. I'm not going to keep fighting. And I was begging him to keep fighting. And he was like, I can't. I'm done. Tell your mom I love her.
Governor Gretchen Whitmer last week extended her executive order that placed COVID-positive patients in the same building with COVID-negative patients. It expires Wednesday. She's now considering changing the policy.
We want to make sure that it is thoughtful, that it's informed by the best data that we have currently. And so that's why it's a shorter extension, but we will continue. We're just hoping to have an even more thoughtful policy.
Now, we spoke to Tony's widow as well. She believes it was the policy about putting those patients in the same building that actually ended her husband's life. She's very angry about it. In the meantime, State Senator Pete Lucido put out a note this afternoon saying that he is asking the Attorney General of the state of Michigan and also the U.S. Attorney's Office to do a criminal investigation into this particular policy. He's quite upset. He's going to be talking about it more on Wednesday when the Senate Oversight Committee on COVID has a meeting, and Lansing will certainly be there. Reporting live, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
Sure will. All right, Rod.
Well, many people feel that right now air travel is not safe. The Airline Pilots Association agrees, saying guidelines and suggestions are not enough. They believe the FAA needs to mandate safety requirements and enforce them. Steve Garagiola has more on what the pilots would like to see.
The airline industry is in crisis. Most planes flying at 10% capacity. Grim projections of 100,000 layoffs in the fall. The solutions are complex, but the problem is simple. Most Americans don't think it's safe to fly.
And short of finding a vaccine, what are we going to do between now and then?
That's Captain Joe DePete, head of the Airline Pilots Association, who says passengers aren't the only ones who don't feel safe.
I want no more people to die, okay, from this disease. I've had 3 pilots die. I want no one else to unnecessarily be exposed to the virus when it's preventable. I've had over 300 pilots test positive.
The CDC recommends that passengers and flight crew wear a mask during a flight. But flight attendants have been told their role is informational, not enforcement. So wearing a mask becomes optional.
Recommendations are not enough. It needs to be mandatory, as we're seeing varying levels of compliance with those CDC guidelines.
Another controversial issue is the middle seat. United Airlines says it cannot guarantee you will have an empty seat next to you. American Airlines says it will not assign 50% of main cabin middle seats and will use middle seats only when necessary. Delta says it will cap seating at 60% in the main cabin and will guarantee that the middle seat will be empty. Captain DePete believes the FAA needs to set the safety rules and enforce them.
By the FAA not doing its job as the regulator, we are being exposed, and our passengers and crews are being exposed to unnecessary, additional, preventable risk.
I'm Steve Garagiola, Local 4.
Okay, Steve, and here's the real kicker. According to airline industry analysts, if the airlines eliminate the middle seat as a standard practice going forward, ticket prices will go up by at least 40%.
Wow.
Yeah, that's eye-opening.
That's going to bear watching, no doubt. The skies have bared watching today. A lot of rain and not over yet.
Yeah, 4 Live radar already showing a lot of green out there. Ben joins us now with the latest, Ben.
Yeah, Kim and Devin, it's just been steady all day, coming down in waves, but we will be seeing this continue tonight. In fact, some parts of the area may see it a little bit heavier overnight than what we've already seen. Here's 4 Live radar, and you can see that very steady stream of moisture, almost like it got on 75 in Atlanta and just trucking up to Michigan. Plenty of rain through Ohio, all that stuff rotating through the state as we get later on into tonight. So lakeshore flood warnings in effect until 4 p.m. tomorrow. Not only is it the rain, but it's those easterly winds that are pushing that high water on shore. St. Clair County, where we've already seen some significant flooding issues, under a flood warning there till 2 o'clock on Tuesday, and a flood watch out for everybody until 8 p.m. tonight. May get extended depending on how things go tonight. Flooding possible through the day, at least early tomorrow, and then we'll start to dry out. Mainly dry through the middle part of the week, but we will be heating up for Memorial Day weekend. Here's a tease. It is not going to be completely dry, so we'll look at our rain chances for the 3-day stretch coming up in just a few minutes. Kim and Devin.
All right, Ben. A lot of Metro Detroit Catholics have been missing something very important to them, the ability to attend public Mass in person. Tomorrow that changes, but as Victor Williams shows us, the services put on within the Detroit Archdiocese are going to look and feel quite different.
The reopening of these parishes is something that members have been looking forward to for so long after being told that they were not allowed to worship together. Even though that's about to change now, safety is still the main priority.
Yes, it's been 2 months. It's been a long time coming for people to come back to the church.
Usually the doors to the Lord's house are open. Yet through the pandemic, some churchgoers have been yearning for the Holy Spirit.
We know a lot of polls have said that people during this time, the last 2 months, their faith has increased. They think that maybe God is calling them again to maybe change their life.
Monsignor Gary Smetanka is thankful that we've made it to that point at last, at least at Our Lady Star of the Sea and other parishes that fall under the Archdiocese of Detroit. But everything will be different in a sense.
In the Archdiocese of Detroit, churches will be limited to 25% of occupancy or lower.
Because of social distancing, worshipers not living in the same household will be 6 feet apart and only a quarter of the maximum capacity will be let inside. The downside is that the people who mainly want to praise are the main ones at risk.
The faith is very strong in so many of our senior citizens. And they're the ones who have been perhaps missing going to church and participating, but yet we are encouraging them to stay home, especially if they have additional health conditions. If we see anybody having an unusual amount of coughing, we're going to probably ask them to consider, for the safety of everybody else, to think about staying home next time.
Now, of course, all this can change depending on the outcome of a vaccination. There is a chance that they can possibly increase that maximum capacity at every parish. Victor Williams, Local 4.
All right, Victor. More parts of our state are reopening, and in a drastically different way. That includes real estate. Would you buy a house without ever getting to visit or go inside? And is selling a home in the middle of a pandemic even a good idea? What the experts are saying coming up tomorrow at 6 a.m. on Local 4 News Today.
Well, he's a local doctor who ended up on a ventilator after being stricken with COVID-19.
He survived his battle. Sadly, his father did not. Dr. Frank Me George is here with an update to a story we've been following and a very special surprise. Frank?
Dr. Scott Cates cared for some of the first COVID-19 patients at Henry Ford Hospital. While he was fighting the virus, his father, Dick Cates, a longtime funeral director in the Thumb, was also hospitalized. On May 5th, the senior Cates passed away. Father and son shared a love for Michigan State, and when MSU heard about Dr. Cates' recovery and his loss, they planned a Spartan surprise.
Wow, are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. Well, coaches, hello. I wish Dad was here to see this. He would really get a kick out of this one.
Coaches Tom Izzo and Mel Tucker told Dr. Cates he's an inspiration.
I just want to say, thank you for fighting through it and showing us that you can survive. And I do want to say my condolences for your dad.
The way you fought through, and
yeah,
it's just incredible. And I'm just so happy to be on this call with you today, and got a great Spartan family right here.
Both plan to share his story with their players.
There's bigger things to overcome than maybe a football or basketball, and you're living proof of it.
Dr. Cates urged them to encourage others to take the risk seriously.
I think whatever we can do as a Spartan nation to get the word out to still distance, mask, and stuff like that, because this is pretty awful. I've seen that as a physician, I've seen that as a patient, and I've seen that as a family member.
We're so sorry for your father, but we're proud of you because you're going to help other people that maybe would have given up, fight through it. And God, that's bigger than any victory we can have, I'll tell you that.
As it happens, Dr. Cates had a surprise of his own for the coaches.
Well, this is the new business casual. Someone said be in a sports jacket, but you like this. These are the new pants, right?
Now, we have confirmed those are Spartan pajama pants. Dick Cates was widely known for his sense of humor, and it seems his son inherited that too. Back to you.
Oh, that's great.
That's great, yeah. All right, so what's it been like to be a Girl Scout during the pandemic? Here's Priya.
Girl Scouts is all about overcoming your fears and exploring nature with your group, but how do you do that in a pandemic? We'll show you how the Girl Scouts is using screen time to get girls outside.
When the going gets tough, Metro Detroiters always rise to the challenge.
Now meet the heroes that truly embody the spirit of Detroit.
A special event, Wednesday at 8 on Local 4.